Sirāt is a Spanish film directed by Olivier Lux. This one is about a father and son duo. Luis and Esteban are in their van and they're driving to a rave. And they arrive, they're looking for, he's looking for his daughter, who has not contacted him in 5 months, but she's a grown woman who just sort of lost herself. So they're kind of looking for her in the desert, and they find this rave, and basically people set up these huge speakers and a giant, sound system to generators, and people just dance and vibe in the desert. It is in the middle of Morocco. And so the father and son are trying to find, they can't find the daughter at this rave. However, they bump into a small group of people who say there's going to be another rave somewhere else. So they should maybe, she might show up at that rave too. So the father and son are contemplating going to another area. However, the military shows up to shut down the rave because of war. There's been some bombings or something, so they have to evacuate everyone. However, that small group of ravers drives off, and Luis drives after them, and the ravers try to tell them to back off, but Luis is like, I need to get to the other rave because she could be there, and they tell him it's a dangerous journey, but he won't relent. So the two of them tag along with the other two vehicles of ravers in order to get to the next rave. However, what is a very harrowing journey, fraught with danger from all sides, from the elements to other things. And this movie is like a time bomb, basically. I'm not going to say what happens in the second half, but the first half of this movie is like a road trip kind of self-discovery journey. It's nothing too interesting. It's just, man versus nature in the desert. You could run out of food or water. Little dangers here, but the second half gets really, really bad. And overall, it's like an emotional tour de force. There's no theme really. It's just bad events happening. And overall, I can see why it was petitioned for the Oscars and why it's Oscar bait. It's a pretty emotional, moving journey. Definitely won't feel the same after watching it. Sirāt is pretty solid, really good acting, and you'll never guess what's going to happen. So I give Sirāt a 7 out of 10.